Are we on? Mic check.
Good to me.
Okay, I'm going to stop. Okay, real quick because I can get tangential. I'm going to try to focus and give you guys some information. So the point of cheating, real quick, as nobody will be surprised to know, is that why do people cheat at work? Why do people cheat mostly at work? Because what happens is you go into work, you aren't trying to impress anybody, you're yourself. You get to know people on that level that maybe you've never had before sometimes, because we spend so much time with people at work. So you get to be your authentic self because you get to complain about your life. You get to complain. Work people have a different relationship. You know, they're kind of like an objective friend / coworker. So they get to know somebody as their most authentic self, and then they end up falling in love, like Arnold Schwarzenegger and his whatever. You know, people just are in corridors together so much, so long. They get to know the real each other. They accept themselves for that. That's something they've never had before. Again, with our partners, we get caught up in usually seeking out these intense attractions to each other that are usually in the form of a some sort of a reenactment. That because what do? We meet somebody, we don't know them, we get to know them a little bit, and then we fall fully in love when we still don't know them, right? Like a few weeks in, you start being super excited and you're like, this is the one. This is the one. You've known them for a few weeks and it's the one. So what's happening is it's a combination of the attraction, something familiar, and you wanting it so bad because we're all lonely. We want that love because movies and TV for so many years have romanticized the way we are supposed to be in a relationship. So in our young ages, from 16 to 35, we end up cycling through these relationships where we are trying to get the needs met from our partner that we didn't get met growing up or whatever, right? So when people come to me and they're like, well, I don't know why I keep ending up with this type of person, for example, an alcoholic or a cheater or something, you know, sometimes, more oftentimes than not, and I'm going to say this a lot, it means like more than 50%. Okay, let's just do that. More often than not, more than half the time, it is they learned that behavior. Parents didn't value each other. One was out cheating, one was stressed, one was absent. There's so many things, right? So many possibilities where they were modeled a relationship where they didn't really get to see what a true relationship or partnership is. And that has evolved so many different ways over time because we were dying back then at 30 and now we're here till 100. So it's like, oh shit, by the time we figure our shit out, we're, older, and, our parents' ages, we're getting married at such a young age. Some people still do culturally in their mid 20s. So point make is that they get caught up in these dynamics that they're replaying out these older relational trauma reenactments. And again, don't be afraid of the word trauma. I explained it in the Yes Theory video, what that meant. So it's the covert developmental traumas. What was my point? So people most often end up cheating because, and people say, oh, with that person or with that person, oh, they're so unattractive. It's like, okay, but they have something obviously you two couldn't create for each other, and it's nobody's fault. It's in the way that we grasp at each other when we first meet, where we're like, like, give me everything. I'm so infatuated. That's usually we're learning now as we evolve, not oh shit, I think I have to hop on another. Oh no, I'm good. I have to do another podcast later. So what was I saying? When we grasp at each other so hard, I have such a good video for this. I'm going to actually put it in the link that I would send all of my clients about this grasping situation that we do, and we don't even realize it. We think finally we met that person and they're the one, and we can't see ourselves with anyone else. And I can't tell you how many times, it doesn't even matter about my students, older people. I had a friend that I was talking to yesterday, where people just can't see themselves with anyone else because the only reason is because you were able to be your most raw self, and you had to put up with each other, and you mistook that for love, this enduring that you did in the relationship, you mistook that for love and caring. And it's not mistaken. That is sometimes how we love, but that's just not how we want to love. But some people were, obviously everyone was modeled a certain way. Some people go out of their way to do therapy and do it differently than what they learned. Some people don't and keep getting caught up in these cycles. Okay. Psychedelic assisted therapies. Why are they helpful? So as I was saying earlier, medication helps blunt your symptoms because you need to be able to calm the fuck down from suicidal thoughts, from intense depression, from not being able to eat, from not being able to spin with your nonstop thinking, worrying, fear of judgment, all these things. Sometimes it is necessary to be medicated, but what that does, it blunts you. All of my patients, often students, clients, friends, whoever, you can talk to people. Some of them are like, this is the best thing ever. My life is complete. But then sometimes they still feel like they're just kind of doing life. I talked to my client about this today. She gave me permission to talk about it, that they're just doing life and not actually enjoying life, which there's a difference. So we want to get people into the enjoying part. So as where medications blunt us to be able to function and go to work and school, psychedelics enhance us. So they do the opposite. They enhance it and they put you right into it. That's why you hear all these crazy stories of people just, the plant medicine seem to be strong and they take you to it. And if you have the right supports and, going through organizations like MAPS, and not just random people. I had a friend and some family get caught up with people who are just like, oh, come over, we'll do some psychedelic assisted therapies. And they're just doing it wrong and they are doing harm. Sometimes they're helpful because, again, as people, we just want somebody who's there for us. So we don't give a fuck as long as they make us feel good and they have some specialties, we're down, So where psychedelic assisted therapies really put you in your shit, because they force you to be like, all right, what is it? Okay, I get it. Now let's integrate. You can always do psychedelic assisted therapies and not integrate. And then, you're going to feel the difference, obviously. Some people just do it thinking that was the thing, but it's really the integration that helps you grow into, reaching these levels of self-actualizations that we hope to reach in life. And it shouldn't be just one, it should be multiple, right? If you're really developing up this tier of life. Okay, so